What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Big Cheds. Saturday night. I want to say thank you, a deep, heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for coming here tonight. Please do hit that like. Please hit subscribe. Let me know if you can hear me all right. I am reading the chat room. Just a ton of chat room messages. I will miss some, so I definitely want to say I apologize for that. But just let me know, folks, if you can hear me all right. I'm checking out the chat room. What's up, Ched, my man? How you doing? Let's see. What's up, Cheds? What's going on, everybody? We got a real nice crowd here. Party time. Hot tune. That is Church of Eight Wheels. All right, folks. Church of Eight Wheels. Looks like everybody can hear me. That's great. It is, what is today? Today's Saturday, January 8th, 2021. I want to say heartfelt thank you to watching this video, stopping and doing whatever you're doing. What I really love about crypto, among other things, is it kind of brings us all together. It's something we can all talk about. It's something we all hopefully understand, and we're trying to understand a little bit better. Let me get a couple things out of the way, of course. I am Big Cheds. You can find me on Twitter. I'm going to discuss this tweet here when I was talking about the futures, the ETF run up, and kind of the buy the rumor, sell the rumor, sell the news. I'll go into Bitcoin chart a little bit, just a little bit tonight. I'll talk about kind of a short-term pivot level, and I'm going to read from my book a little bit, talking about that buy the rumor, the sell the news. So you can find me on Twitter at Big Cheds. I am the author of Trading Wisdom, 50 Lessons Every Trader Should Know. It's on Amazon. The feedback's been unbelievable. Thank you. Really, really appreciate everybody, all your feedback. Really do appreciate you, so thank you. I have the audiobook out now. Some people wanted audiobook. If you go to my YouTube channel, I'm at Cheds Trading. Obviously, you're here now. Please consider hitting like and subscribe. If you're just starting, what do I do? Help things make sense for me, Cheds. Go to my tutorials, educational live streams. That's going to help you out. You want to absorb these 3 videos. Excuse me. You want to absorb those 3 videos. That will help you get started. And you can kind of go from there. The free version of the book is there as well. I'm going to do all 50 lessons. I have 10 of them done so far. I also have a show on the Crypto Banter YouTube. Go to their playlist, Trading Wisdom. I've got 13 episodes, so definitely check that out. I think you might enjoy that. If you enjoy my style of technical analysis, please do consider going to Bitcoin.live. It is the best-in-class educational platform for crypto. I'm a founding analyst. I've been doing those videos for over 3 years. I really enjoying doing that. So definitely would encourage you to check that out if you're serious about technical analysis, you're serious about learning how to trade. So let's jump right in. I talked about the book, and I talked about Bitcoin and Bitcoin rising here and rising in anticipation of the news, right? Here's your tweet, October 14th, 2021. October 14th, 2021. So we're kind of at this point, right? So that's the kind of the thinking. That's how we kind of led into things. All right. That's how we kind of led into things. So if you notice, this is in lesson 22, buy the rumor, sell the news. If you notice, much of the time you will see a steady price rise leading up to this event, as people load up in anticipation of the beginning of a massive uptrend. Other people may not even be paying attention, and on the day of that big event, they see in the news that something is happening, which tempts them to jump in and ride the momentum. So you get this kind of fever, and it gives people a narrative. It gives people something to kind of focus on, and people love narratives. And the narrative here was, okay, the ETF is coming, and once we hit that ETF, then we're going to go to 100K. We're going to hit 100K this year. I've got my models, my forecasting. It shows us that 250K by June. The following year, everyone has their own goals, their own targets, and all that. But the price is rising, and this was happening. You always want to kind of think about context. And I don't want to spend too much time in this, check out those videos, the prior ones, but it was kind of in the context of the high and the low and the lower high. And we just had this lower high break. So essentially, the context was we had the 80-day rectangle. We broke out of the rectangle. We came back and we were testing the rectangle. So that kind of set the table. So we kind of came back and we're testing the rectangle. That's like setting the table. And then we started this kind of rise in anticipation of. We started this, things always rise in anticipation. That's why buy the rumor, sell the news. So, like a quote, the last quote in the chapter, always ask yourself, am I buying the rumor or am I buying the news? Anytime you are thinking about placing a trade based on some news driven event, ask yourself if you are buying in anticipation of the event or based on the event itself happening. Ride the way up and take profit as soon as the date arrives, if not just beforehand. So that's the gist of it, right? And we don't want to believe it because this is a once in a lifetime, and we're all quote unquote we're all going to be millionaires. We've all we've seen those memes going around, and you're going to make it. Everyone's going to make it. And here it's like you don't want to hear any contrarian voices, but we have that nice technical retest, and we're rising, and then we get that clear breakout signal. So this has all just happened, right? And that's leading up to my October 14th tweet, right here. And it's like I'm thinking, all right, we're just about to, ETF's coming. So at that point, I feel like, all right, we've still got some juice. We've still got some juice at that point. Let me show you kind of where we're at. So we were right there. So this is where we were at, right? And we just had this local breakout. And what you're doing is you're seeing, okay, you've got momentum, and then the resistance is up here. So you've got some distance, some price distance. You're thinking, all right, there's still a little room left. So you're kind of already anticipating consolidation here. You're not necessarily anticipating that it's going to get rejected, but you want to be ready for a rejection. You want to kind of be watching, and you kind of appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Much appreciation. I appreciate you. Just catching up in the chat room. Love you guys. Listen, I know people are hurting out there, and it's a really tough time, and easy come, easy go, right? And think about what you can control, and you can control like how hard you work and how much you learn, and those things will help you down the road make smarter decisions next time you're given the opportunity to make a good trade. Just checking up everybody in the house. What's up, Cheds? Bitcoin.live members. Those are my people. So you're thinking, all right, we're probably going to consolidate. So when you're here on the 14th, some of the move is baked in, right? We accept that. Some of the move is baked in, but it's probably going to have a little pop. So we had that little pop, and I don't want to go in too much of a down too much of a rabbit hole. But around this time, we did get the approval, and we ran up here, and then Ethereum started to run, and then we started to look for the local top. So I've gone over that in all the other videos. I'm not going to beleaguer that point right now. So that's it. That was my thinking, is that we had just had the local break. We had a good amount of the move so far, but still a little more room, and thinking, all right, weekly time frame, the ascending triangle. And that, we had the warning signs, of course. We have the up thrust, and we have the outside bar on the daily. We've talked about that. And it's like, you're drawing your rising support line. It's not necessarily about a line. You're trying to just define the rising trend. And sure, is this theory still alive of the ascending triangle? Sure, but it's got to hold 40K. I mean, we've talked about it a million times. Everybody's talked about it. So for that theory, that bull cases, it lives or dies really right here. It really lives or dies right here. Every video I've done, especially those that I recommended initially, the tutorials, you got to go watch this last video. That will explain all that stuff that led into this. And I did it. I think I did it. What date? I did that back in November 20th, right? Oh, sorry about that. Let's just get that all fixed up. We did that on November 20th, okay? So that was up here. So that gives you kind of a sense of all that little nitty-gritty right at the top. And after it rejected, we're watching for bulls to define that higher low. And initially, we were looking at 52, 53K. That failed. We had the head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders continuation fail on the 4-hour lower time frame. We covered all that. And the question is here, like, where's that rising demand? The last, like, legitimate, I think, thesis for a bull here is that 40K. That's always been kind of the nut low, like the level where, like, it's so low that it's a really good discount, but it's not so low that it will break the chart, right? But below this level will break the chart. Like below 40K, will break the chart. So we're kind of like watching that, right? So, and I just put out a video last week where was it? Yeah, it was earlier this week, I believe, where I was kind of talking about the idea of like, who's tired? Is it bulls are tired or bears are tired? Now, this is up here, kind of in this little consolidation cluster. And I basically said, like, obviously, bulls are tired because like bears don't have to do anything. I was talking about that here, where we have a natural downward movement. Bears have the edge, and there's really no counter trend or a bull volume. The metaphor I used, and the metaphor that still applies here, is bulls needed a turnover. Football game, fourth quarter, you got to get a turnover, right? Because you're down 2 scores. One of those deals, like bulls need a turnover. They can totally do it, but this is it. Like this is the line in the sand, right at that 40K level. Below 40K, that ascending triangle thesis most definitely is invalidated because we already have other warning signs like loss of the weekly MA50. But you can forgive the loss of the weekly MA50 if we can rally here at 40K, right? So let's say what's going on in the chat room. Hey, I appreciate you, Paul. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So listen, I don't do a lot of these videos. I'm actually just kind of hanging out, but I really just wanted to touch base a little bit and kind of, I want to talk about this tweet, and I want to talk about the kind of the buy the rumor, the sell the news, and just kind of this 40K level and kind of where we're at. If you're thirsting for more, first of all, go to Crypto Banter YouTube. I have a playlist, Trading Wisdom. I've done 13 episodes with them. I do interviews and market analysis. I think all that analysis has held up really well. So please check that out. It's very educational. You can go to my YouTube. Please consider hitting like and subscribe, of course. And go to tutorials. Start out there. You get to watch the educational live streams. That will really get you started on terminology, basic strategy, all that. Check out the free version of the book, Trading Wisdom. I've got 10 lessons. I'll do another lesson in a couple weeks. That is the free version of this book, Trading Wisdom, 50 lessons every trader should know. Quite proud of that. It's available on YouTube right now, 4 formats. I just have the audiobook out right now. If you're interested in technical analysis, my style of technical analysis, I'm actually going to do a long form update tomorrow night for members twice a week. I will not miss. Check out Bitcoin.live, best in class educational platform for crypto. We have a wonderful team. Really proud to be part of it. Really just all-star team. So consider that. You'll see the details in the link. I'm on Twitter, of course, at Big Ched. Cheds, please do consider following me there. Like I said, it's a really tough time right now. A lot of people are hurting right now because they probably didn't manage their risk well, and they entered trades without stop losses. So, depending on the, whatever altcoin you're in, first of all, you really, really should only play the best of the best altcoins right now. There's only a few, and for the most part, you want to kind of stay out and wait for, like a big dip where those altcoins drop to like a logical support level. So just really be selective, play the best of the best, and maybe even watch what BTC does here. It needs to hold this level. And if it kind of can bounce off this 40K level, we'll know early if there's any momentum. And you've got that set up here in the low time frame. I've tweeted this out, and this is kind of a follow through in that. You've got a pretty clear low time frame pivot level. Okay. If you're not in it, you're looking to bottom fish. You're going to wait for, you don't just buy in the bottom here. You want to wait for either a low, you kind of want to wait for like a low to be made and then a temporary violation, or you want to buy in some momentum. So if we get back up above like 42.5, you might see some momentum. But like before that happens, you just kind of sit on your hands, and let things play out. Let's see. All right. I really appreciate you folks. I'm glad I was able to bang this out. Let's get this party going here. And Peace out. Good night, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Catch you around next time. Big Cheds out.